Hey guys, Lee here from WYSE Construction. So we're here at our finished multifamily project. It's been a 2-year battle, but we're finally done. It's a cool project. We're wrapping up with the city. We are getting our occupancy permits, just finishing off the final few deficiencies. Really small shit. All in all, it was a great project. Let's do a walkthrough. Your minds are gonna be blown. This is some pretty cool shit. So this used to be a medical office, pure concrete and steel building, and now we've converted it to 22 apartments. We've completed everything brand new, so all new plumbing, all new electrical, all new heating, solar on the roof. We're a net zero building. There's zero gas in this building. We did a walkthrough with CMHC, and the cool thing was they actually asked if they can put this on one of their catalogs, and we're gonna be getting some awards for the efficiency of this building, both with Hamilton as well as with CMHC, so pretty cool. Let's check out one of the units. Actually, we got 22, unit 22 right there. Let's have a look at it. See? 22. So about this unit, this is a bachelor unit. It's actually a pretty large bachelor unit. We were thinking of converting it, making it into a 1-bed. All the units in this building unique is behind me you got the windows, and they're all floor to ceiling windows. The other thing that's unique about this unit, as well as all the units in this building, is those things hanging on the wall. Those are called heat pumps. So what they do is that's your heating system as well as your AC system. So every unit, every room in this building is self-controlled by the tenants. So everything's brand new, obviously. Again, everything's new. We still got, you know what, we should probably take this out because it's happened before where a tenant turns the stove on and the burns. So we're gonna put it in there. And I should probably send myself a note to do it for all 22 units. We'll go in the bigger drawer. And then we went with counter depth fridges. They were a little bit more money, but we didn't want the big ball sticking out. The other cool thing that we did here was check out the water closets. So every single closet and every single unit has its own water tank. One of the things that we also did, just to take every single piece of utility off of the owners, was we installed sub-water meters. So these sub-water meters are linked to a feeder that goes to a relay, and for every gallon, it ticks and then sends it on a spreadsheet, so the tenants get billed every month for the water. The tenants don't pay anything. Well, the cool thing about the bathrooms is we have really large mirrors so people can see themselves. The sinks work. Yeah, we needed that to pass code. We have heaters in the bathrooms as well. So when we use the heat pumps, we had to put supplementary heat in the bathrooms. So behind this door is what's called an in-wall air blower, or kind of like a baseboard heater, and then there's a controller on the wall. Also standard bathtubs with subway tile tub surrounds, large soaker tubs, and all Moen faucets. So again, pretty cool. All the doors are key fob operated, and they're all central locking systems. So again, also pretty cool. That's really about it. Everything else is kind of standard, and it's sort of our standard finishes that WYSE Construction does for everything. So we think it's a little bit higher end, a little bit more upscale for rental properties. We can go check out another unit as well. We'll check out a 1-bedroom, slightly different design, same finishes. Yeah, so this is actually my favorite unit. It's just a different, slightly different kitchen layout. So it's more of a U layout versus like an L or a straight galley kitchen. So We can check it out over here. So I don't know, I think it shows pretty cool. So we did our final walkthrough with the City of Hamilton last week, and we got a very small punch list of things to do from the inspector that's closing these permits. So I'm just gonna do a walkthrough and see what's done. I'll point out some of the very small things that he's asked us to do. They're always gonna find a couple things, but actually it's pretty cool because there's probably about 5 things that they asked us to do. So let's go into this unit, again, 22, and we'll start checking the units and seeing if it's done. So one of the things they asked us to do was, those are heat detectors, and they had the orange caps on them, so we have to pull all the orange caps off. The reason why we keep the caps on is for dust. The other thing they asked us to do is, these are smoke detectors. These smoke detectors always come with a red seal that goes around it. We keep the red seal on again for dust because they're also very, very finicky. So those are the 2 things in all the units that the inspector asked us to do. We should have done it. Probably the biggest challenges in any larger construction job are always the designs, engineering, both on the mechanical and the structural. There's always challenges with going back to them and changing things. So that's always been a challenge, and it was a challenge on this building. Okay, so now the mechanical room, they asked us to do a few things in here. So at the top there, where that red is, that's all fire caulking and fire separation. That's for all the penetrations between the concrete deck, which is between the floors. So that's all done. We have the main feed here, and then this is the actual house meter. So this house meter is gonna essentially go to the owners and any electrical that's on them, and there's very little electrical. This will basically is going to give them the bill. This here runs the solar up on the roof, so that'll probably offset any bills. The reason why we brought this inside is when we had it outside, cut the cable, surprised they don't get killed and fried. So we have to bring a lecturer to get authorization and approval to bring this in. This is your main fuse panel. We got our house panel, we got our main feed as well for all the power. So this is, you don't pay your bill, we shut you off. When I mentioned before, some of the challenges are always on, let's say, the engineering and design side of stuff. They didn't design a proper internet system to come into this building. So what they gave us instead was a ton of Cat 5 that I can't do anything with. So now what we have to do is, according to Cogeco, I got to bring 22 modems in to this building, and I got to put 22 modems, I don't know where. Maybe we're just going to hang them from the concrete. But 22 modems are going to sit in here, and we have to essentially sell it now back to the tenants. So I'm hoping it's going to work out. So another thing we have in this mechanical room is we have the fire panel monitoring system. So this is what monitors all the heat detectors, all the poles, the emergency lighting. This basically takes care of all the safety of the buildings. Something slightly different in this unit. So I don't know if you guys can hear that hollow sound. Because this was a medical building, this actually used to be an elevator. So this is the elevator pit. So below, it's all filled up now. But right now, technically, below me is the old elevator pit. So we're gonna go check the laundry room. This is a dryer, this is a washer. So this was bought as a combo set, and I think it was about $1,000. So we got 3 sets in here, so 6 machines in total, and it was like $3 grand, done. I ended up ordering Wi-Fi card readers that the tenants can just basically scan, and whatever they scan, whatever they use, just goes on to their rent. So we don't have this installed, they're actually at my office. I'm gonna probably mess around with them on the weekend because I need a little bit of time to set them up. So I'll get some shots of it, we'll send it over to you guys, let you know where we bought them from, give feedback on if they work or not. Regarding security, I think anywhere you go these days, there's doesn't matter what city you're in. This area is It's an up and coming area. There's definitely issues. Not the worst area, not the best area. We got cameras now on the roof. You can't see the other one, but there's actually 3 cameras up there. And the cameras that I'm using are monitored 24/7. So they're called Active Watch, and they're monitored by Active Vision. So we have an intercom with a fob system that opens up the door. It's all linked to each apartment. Linked to each apartment, it's also linked to people's cell phones. So it's not like that old school, old style apartment phone building where you would pick up and somebody has to pick up their phone and it's back and forth and then you hear the button. Somebody comes in, they buzz it, and the other person in the apartment just opens it up through their phone. So it's actually pretty cool. So I chose this area because this was a great project, great investment. You know, the purchase price was amazing. The refi was amazing. The numbers were really, really good, but I also believe that this area is gonna be cleaned up. All these units here are also getting cleaned up. So I believe this area is gonna get cleaned up, and I believe this building will go up in value, and I believe the rents will also go up as well. So I think we kind of hit the jackpot here. All right, so thanks for following me around. Thanks for checking out this project and watching us build this. This project's officially done. It's off the roster now. We're gonna jump on to new projects, and if you want me to build your just reach out to me. Talk to you guys soon.